Hello my dear sewing friends, it's Alisa here and welcome to video number 2 of Handmade gift series of 2023. Now if you haven't seen the video number 1 where we made this super cute and adorable little project using your fabric scraps, then no worries at all. I will leave the link for that first episode in the description of this video. But today we have a project that is just as fun, really useful. People have been loving these, but it is actually so very straightforward. And of course I'm talking about tea towels, kitchen towels, and other useful things that are derived from exactly the same shape, which is a square or a rectangle, using exactly the same techniques, which is basically just hemming the edges. Now I know that for some the idea of making a tea towel or a kitchen towel might sound a little boring, but stay with me till the end. I'll show you how I actually arranged them in a gift, and I think that that makes a big difference. And also, if you're one of those people who likes to make handmade gifts, but you're always worried if these handmade gifts are actually being used, then this is one of those things that it's almost guaranteed that this is going to be used and useful, because most people use some sort of towel in their kitchen, especially if you choose a fun print. If you know that this person likes a fun print, this is going to be a guaranteed success. Now, as you have guessed, this project is really easy, really straightforward. In fact, I completed without pinning, without basting, without clipping anything, and with a single seam, meaning that I don't lift up the project from the sewing machine from start to finish. So I'll show you how to do that. But what does matter here is the fabric that you're going to be using. And what I have found out from making these for the last couple of years is that medium weight all-purpose linen works absolutely great. It gets softer and softer in the wash, and also real 100% linen kitchen towels in the store cost quite a bit of money. So if you have offcut from previous projects, or perhaps you can buy yardage on sale and then invest maybe an hour and a half making some really cute tea towels, that's a win-win. Another fabric that I really love to use for this is this cotton. This is what I have over here. This is not as tightly weaved as most cottons, so it allows for better absorption, and I really like this for use in the kitchen. And using the same principle as for making tea towels or kitchen towels or napkins, I make these multi-purpose cloths for new moms, and these are really great because you can use it as a nursing cover, you can use it to clean up messes, you can use it to put your baby on top of it when you're changing, and you can use it however you want to use it. So as you can see, one principle, one simple technique, and then you can apply it to a wide array of really useful things. Here I'm starting with cotton broadcloth that is 43 inches wide, but that's after washing though, and about 1.5 yards long, and that is going to make about 6 towels. And after cutting and tidying up all the edges, each towel measures approximately 14.5, 15 inches one way and about 25 inches the other way. And of course, don't forget that you can adjust these measurements according to your liking or to how much fabric you have. Or let's say you have a favorite dish towel or tea towel in your kitchen and you love the measurements of that, you can go ahead and copy those. Just don't forget to add a little bit for the seam allowance. And now let's grab our sewing machine and let's get sewing. With the wrong side up, I usually start on one of the sides, and here we're going to fold this in 1/4 inch once and 1/4 inch twice, and secure it with your fingers just like this and bring it over to your sewing machine. Here, with a full bobbin and a full spool, especially when you're doing multiple of these, let's go ahead and start with back stitching. And now with a straight stitch, we're going to sew right here on the edge of this fold. If that makes it a little bit easier for you, you can adjust the positioning of your needle, so that way when you align the fabric with the edge of your presser foot, your needle will get right here and create a really nice and neat hem. Now when I'm sewing without any pins or clips or even notches, there's only this many inches that I can fold in and hold with my fingers at a time. So once you get to the point where you don't have any hem that's been folded in, go ahead and stop, place the needle inside of your project, and without lifting your presser foot, go ahead and fold in the hem again, finger pin it, and continue sewing. Once you get to the last 3 inches, here's what we're going to do. I like to start folding the bottom hem as well, and when we're going to be sewing all the way to the bottom. Let's go ahead and backstitch. Now let's pivot, do a little bit of backstitch again, and now moving forward, let's go ahead and complete this hem as well. This right here is definitely one thick and bulky spot, so if you do find it a challenge to move past it and you find that your sewing machine doesn't like all those layers, here's what I find that really helps no matter which sewing machine I'm using. So going slow and steady definitely helps. Then if you see that your sewing machine is chewing up all those layers, hand crank one stitch at a time and you'll be all good. And if your sewing machine still doesn't like all those layers, then a very gentle tug from behind to sort of help move the fabric through usually helps as well. Just remember, you're not pulling it with all force because then you actually might risk breaking your needle, but just a very gentle tug to help fabric move in the direction that you need. So now using the same principle, we're going to complete all 4 sides of each of the towels. Now here, if you have chosen geometric pattern for your tea towels or your dish towels, then that might actually help you navigate those hems and make sure that they're all very even. Now on the other hand, if you have chosen a really bright, very busy pattern, that might help hide any imperfections that you might have in a process. Once you're at the very bottom of your very last hem, just do a back stitch and that's it. Now, if you do have some of your personalized sewing labels, like for example here I have one that says stitched with love and it's super sparkly, so I think it's really appropriate for the holiday season. Then I have one that says handmade. I also have one that says made in 2023, so you can always add the little label right here in the corner that they can also use as a hook, so that way you jazz up your little towels a little bit, add that personality, add that handmade touch, and also functionality. Now let me share with you how I like to gift these. So some of you might know, but I also do pottery painting. Nowadays, not as often, once in a while, but if there is a very special occasion, a special family member, or I just want to make a really thoughtful, meaningful gift, like a keepsake, then I'll do a plate like this. So this one says cookies for Santa. I've done some for birthdays as well. So a birthday plate that you would pull out for everybody's birthday and put a cake on it. So imagine a plate like this. Then we have sweet little towels, then a basket with some treats that we made in a previous episode of the series, and I think that this makes a really thoughtful handmade gift. One of my favorite ways how to gift these is to include them with consumable gifts. So 3 no-brainers that come to mind right away is of course a candle. Sometimes I pour my own, sometimes I buy them, whichever way. Most people like candles, so this is a really great way how to gift these. Tea, I am surrounded by quite a lot of tea drinkers and I myself absolutely love my cup of Earl Grey. So sometimes I try to pick up some really fun and interesting teas and beautiful tins that would go really well and create a beautiful gift. And of course, if you're making these multi-purpose towels for a new mom, then baby essentials come to mind as well, or perhaps a bag of diapers because they'll use them up for sure. Just a quick reminder when you're making something for kids and babies. First of all, use caution, then do your own research, and remember to make sure that whatever you make is safe to use. Definitely check out the description box of each and every single video. I leave useful techniques, extra information, as well as coupons and goodies that you will find useful. And if you want to see more gift ideas, here's a full list of everything that I made last year. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy and thoughtful gift making.